Friends, it's with a heavy heart, but also a spirit full of gratitude that I join you today to honor the life of His Holiness Pope Francis, a man whose light has touched the world in ways we are only beginning to fully understand. When I was first asked to establish the Faith for Earth Coalition at the United Nations Environment Programme, the very first thing I considered as an institutional framework was Laudato Si. The powerful encyclical shaped not only my understanding of the moral principles underpinning ecological justice, but profoundly inspired the strategic thinking behind Faith for Earth as an institutional program for environmental justice that are ethically and morally grounded. It is not coincidence that Laudato Si was launched ahead of the adoption of Agenda 2030 and the Sustainable Development Goals, nor that Laudato Diem was released in time to speak to the conscience of those preparing for crucial COP meetings. Pope Francis had a prophetic ability to read the signs of the times and to speak truth to power with both moral clarity and deep compassion. Pope Francis also exemplified a rare and courageous embrace of science. He convened the very first interfaith gathering on climate change titled Faith and Science, and continued to champion this intersection by gracing the Interfaith Summit Confluence of Conscience organized by UNEP and partners in Abu Dhabi in 2022. Laudato Diem is rooted in latest scientific evidence, demonstrating his steadfast belief in the vital nexus of faith, science, and policy. He understood that spirituality and reason are not in opposition, but together for a powerful force for healing our planet and humanity. His courage in signing the document on human fraternity with the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar was a sign of hope for interfaith cooperation. He extended a sincere hand to believers of all traditions, affirming the shared values that unite us: justice, peace, and the sacred responsibility of stewardship. His vision inspired me personally to initiate the unpublished Al-Mizan Covenant for the Earth, a reflection of Islamic environmental ethics deeply aligned with the spirit of Laudato Si. And I was truly honored to convene the only international conference focused on Laudato Si outside the Vatican in 2019, bringing together a generation of youth, scholars, and faith leaders dedicated to turning that vision into action. Pope Francis had graced many UNEP events with letters and videos, always lifting spirits, stirring hearts, and calling millions around the world to walk more gently, more justly on this earth. Today, we celebrate the life of a soul whose legacy will echo through generations. His firm stance on global injustices, his compassion for the vulnerable, and his relentless call for equality and dignity for all, regardless of race, culture, or religion, make him an outstanding figure of our times. And yet, it was perhaps his modesty that touched us most, a modesty so rare in history, especially among great men. He walked humbly, but he walked powerfully, reminding us always that leadership in the service of others is the highest form of greatness. May we continue to be guided by his words, inspired by his deeds, and united by his love for creation and humanity. May his memory be a blessing to us all. Thank you.